He said I was talented, but not soft enough. Then came the real request. Dress more submissive and we'll talk promotion. This is the story of how power hides behind a smile. Welcome to Boss from Hell, where corporate cruelty gets exposed.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take a stack of sources, pull out the key insights, and get you up to speed fast. Today, we're digging into a story that kicks off with something pretty relatable. I think landing that amazing job at a top firm. Picture this. Morrison and Associates, big city, Chicago maybe, floor-to-ceiling windows, sleek furniture, that real ambitious energy. Our protagonist, she's sharp, just finished her MBA, joins as a junior account exec, ready to go.
Yeah, and pretty quickly she connects with who seems like the perfect mentor, Rick Caldwell. He's in his mid-40s, married, kids, got this great reputation for really developing young talent.
Right, the golden ticket, it seems like.
Totally. He's charming, people respect him, and he just pulls her right in, praises her work, gives her access, talks about a fast track to senior account executive, which normally takes years, right? So she feels like she's really on her way, set for success.
And, well, then things start to get weird, just as this dream promotion seems like it's actually happening.
A shift begins. And it's subtle at first, but really insidious.
This mentor, this trusted guy, starts giving feedback. But it's not just about the work anymore.
Exactly. It might start small, like a comment on a sharp blazer she's wearing, but then it morphs. Suggestions her professional clothes are like too structured, too boardroom.
Intimidating, even.
Yeah, intimidating. He starts saying maybe she should wear something softer, more feminine, let her hair down.
Wow. How does he frame that?
See, that's the crucial part.
Yeah.
He frames it entirely as career advice. He hints her natural assertiveness, which he used to praise, might seem intense. Intense to certain traditional clients, people who apparently prefer a softer approach from women. So it sounds like he's helping her navigate office politics.
Well, like he's being inappropriate.
Precisely. It makes it incredibly hard to push back. And this is where you really see the early stages of workplace grooming. It's guidance, but it's undermining her. Classic red flag.
And that initial discomfort doesn't go away. It becomes a pattern.
Yeah, an unsettling one.
Until it culminates in something really direct. A proposition, essentially.
Yeah. He basically tells her for the promotion, she needs to act differently. Dress more submissive, softer, be more deferential.
Why?
To avoid challenging traditional power dynamics. He specifically mentions huge clients, Harrison Industries, Blackstone Corp.
Big ones.
The really big ones, like over 40% of the firm's revenue. So he ties her behavior directly to the bottom line.
And he actually says something pretty chilling.
He does. He tells her integrity is a luxury that junior employees can afford.
Wow.
And when you're in leadership, you have to make difficult choices for the good of the business.
Okay, that line about integrity being a luxury, it's just cynical, doesn't even cover it.
It's incredibly cynical. It completely twists professional ethics. He's not just talking about clothes anymore. He's demanding she perform a specific kind of, weakness. Compliance.
Just to fit his view and what he thinks these clients want.
Exactly. To reinforce a power structure that benefits him. So the question becomes, how do you even navigate that? Your whole career feels like it's on the line.
That's the core of it, isn't it? That impossible choice. So in this deep dive, we're going to really unpack this story. It's complex. It's deeply personal. Workplace grooming.
Yeah, looking at how that manipulation works, how it can be so subtle, hiding behind career advice, slowly breaking down boundaries.
We'll get into that internal struggle, ambition versus integrity. And then, importantly, track her journey. Finding her voice, building a case, and actually pushing for change within this major firm.
It's a remarkable story.
Hopefully this deep dive offers some real insights, recognizing those red flags, understanding power dynamics, and just the sheer impact of one person's courage.
Absolutely.
So we followed this journey, right? Started as a dream job, escalated into this really profound internal fight against, workplace grooming.
Yeah, where getting ahead meant performing this role of submissive femininity.
And the aha moment for her, the real turning point, was realizing it wasn't just random comments or feedback. It was systematic conditioning.
Right. She saw Rick wasn't offering advice. He was offering a deal.
Give up your authentic self, play the part he wants, the part he thinks his clients want, and you get the career success.
And what's really striking is how she decided to fight back. She didn't just quit.
No. She documented everything, meticulously. Trusted her gut feeling, that this was wrong. And crucially, she found allies.
People like Amanda, Jessica, Maria, and then critically, Karen.
Karen's story was key, wasn't it?
Incredibly key. She'd gone through something very similar with Rick years before, and her story was just hauntingly familiar.
What happened with Karen?
She had initially tried to adapt, play the game, only to realize the goalposts kept moving, and she'd kind of lost herself in the process. She'd made an HR complaint back then, but it was deemed insufficient, didn't really go anywhere.
So having Karen's story, plus the protagonist's detailed evidence, and the other allies,
It built a powerful case. It showed a clear pattern of behavior. It wasn't just a one-off misunderstanding. This collective resolve was crucial.
so the firm investigates.
Yep. And despite the stress, and apparently Rick tried some intimidation tactics, the investigation backed her up.
They substantiated the allegations.
Fully. Sexual harassment, gender discrimination, abuse of authority, all clearly against company policy and values.
And the outcome for Rick.
Terminated. Immediately. But, importantly, it didn't end there.
Right, because firing one person doesn't fix the system.
Exactly. The firm's leadership actually committed to systemic changes. Revising harassment policies, mandatory training for all supervisors, reviewing the whole promotion process to make sure it was genuinely based on merit.
That's a significant commitment.
It is, and it shows that sometimes speaking up can lead to real institutional change.
But this whole experience highlights something important, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Victory isn't always simple.
Not at all. It's often this really complex mix. There's triumph, sure, but also lingering trauma. It needs ongoing healing, ongoing vigilance.
And our protagonist, she took the promotion she deserved.
She did, but she added a condition, a pretty powerful one.
Oh, what was that?
She insisted on being actively involved in shaping the new harassment prevention training and mentoring other women. She basically transformed her role into director of professional development.
Wow. So using her experience to change things from the inside.
Exactly. She saw a chance to really impact the future culture of the firm.
And her ally, Amanda, what path did she take?
Amanda chose something different, but just as valid. She left, found a fresh start at a different firm, one known for being more progressive, having strong female leaders.
So for Amanda, it was about proving she could succeed on her own terms elsewhere.
Right. Both paths are legitimate ways to respond and contribute to change, aren't they? Fighting from within or seeking a healthier environment.
Definitely. And that leads to this idea of the ripple effect.
Yeah, the ripple effect of courage. One person speaking up gave others permission, almost, like Jessica inside the company, who then spoke up about something at her previous job.
And even someone outside the company entirely.
Right, heard the protagonist's story, and it empowered her to report her own supervisor. It's amazing how far those ripples can travel.
It really makes you question things, though. If this kind of grooming, this discrimination, often disguised as business needs, could go on for years, what does that say about workplaces? Even ones that seem progressive.
It says that power can be abused in really subtle ways, and that just firing one bad apple isn't enough. You have to look deeper.
At the culture, the power dynamics.
Exactly. There needs to be a constant examination, a collective commitment to making sure integrity isn't some kind of luxury item only senior people worry about. It has to be fundamental for everyone.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener?
Yeah, maybe take a moment. Think about your own professional spaces.
Are there subtle things, unspoken rules, maybe discomforts you've kind of brushed off as just how things are, just how business works?
Because this deep dive shows that harassment, this kind of grooming, it thrives when people stay silent, when they feel isolated.
And your personal agency, your power, it doesn't come from just adapting to things that feel wrong. It comes from trusting your instincts.
Finding your voice. Knowing your worth isn't conditional on playing some role someone else dictates.
So the final thought is really a question for you. What changes can you inspire in your own sphere, big or small?
Maybe it's speaking up yourself. Maybe it's supporting a colleague who does. Maybe it's just refusing to normalize behavior that diminishes people.
Because your voice does matter. Your experiences are valid.
Yeah.
And your courage, it can create those ripples we talked about. Ripples that can actually transform workplace culture, making it somewhere everyone can succeed based on their talent.
Not based on their willingness to tolerate disrespect.